Hello, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. In today's card making video, I am going to be making a St. Patrick's Day card because, by the way, it's just around the corner, and if you like to make cards for the holidays, this is a fun one with all the products that Trinity Stamps just came out with in February. So this is the Pot of Gold stamp set. It has this gnome sitting in a pot of gold holding some St. Patrick's Day themed balloons. To color my image out today, I really wanted to go for a rainbow look, so I decided why not color the pot a different color than black? I think it's okay, but maybe traditional black is what you like better, but that's what's fun about stamped images, as you can really customize them and color them however you like, and maybe even what you're in the mood for that day, like me. So I have some pink markers here, RV43, I believe was my darkest, and RV23 to color that out so I could have a splash of pink on this card. So that will finish up the pot, the handles as well, and then I'm going to color the gold using Y38 as my first color, and then I'm going to darken that up with my Y28 marker, and just layering these over each other really gives it that authentic kind of gold look. I love the two together. All right, so once those are done, I did color up the gnome's beard. However, I didn't get it recorded, so I'm going to show you the beard here and the markers that I used right there. So if you wanted to copy that, you could. Then I wanted to give my gnome a very kind of leprechaun look, so I'm going to color out his hat with some green markers, and that will give him that really authentic look. Plus he has a little four-leaf clover in his hat, which I love. That was Y17 I used, and then YG06, I believe YG17, YG006 are my two colors for his hat. And then I have some N markers, so neutral gray, and my darkest one is N9. I wanted to give just the feel of black but not have it be too dark. And then I'll blend that out with N7 as my mid-tone marker, and I'm using that on the hat band as well. And then my lightest color is the N5, and so that'll give me a nice blend there. He is coming together so cute. Okay, next we're going to color out that little gold piece around the hat, the same as I colored out the gold pieces. And then I'll do his skin. So I have, I think it's E35. I think it's kind of hard to see there in the picture, isn't it? Yeah, so I colored that out with just one color, darker in some spots, lighter in the others. And then I thought it would be fun to do the balloon, that's the horseshoe, with some violet markers, and I love how it turned out. All right, so then we'll move on to the rainbow. I wanted every color on the rainbow, but there's not enough lines on there, so you'll see how I did that with kind of some ink blending once I get my little horseshoe done, and it looks so good with the purple. Okay, so I'm starting with R43 as my pink or red, and then YR17 going really close to that, and then I have my yellow, which there was Y15, and I'm just kind of going back and forth between the red, the pink, the yellow, and doing a little bit of blending in there, as I will do also with my green and my blue. And then I still have room for the purple, so I really didn't follow the exact lines of the balloon, but I added my own, and those lines almost look more like like representational of the rainbow, but adding my own colors there I think really worked. So I finished it off by adding some white gel pen, and I colored the shamrock balloon the same colors as I did with the hat, and I think I brought in one lighter color even. So just have fun coloring this up and be really strategic when putting the die on, making sure it's lined up on all the sides and it cuts out the openings around the balloons. I just love that. Okay, this is the Clover Heart Stencil, and this is going to make our rainbow. So, they always say if you follow the rainbow to the end that you'll find a leprechaun or pot of gold or both. So I wanted to make my rainbow with this clover heart stencil. So that's what I did. I'm starting out with fresh lemon in the middle, and then at the top I'm going to do coral berry, and these two are going to overlap and create orange for me. So I don't need to have 6 different ink pads or whatever. I can do some ink blending to get those colors in the rainbow. And I love a ink blended rainbow. It just looks so much more natural, like a real rainbow. And then I'll add the blue at the bottom, which is turquoise, and that will overlap with my yellow to make green. And I can go over these colors a couple times to really intensify it. Like I like to bring back the yellow, and then that'll help bring out a little bit more of the green and the orange. So this just turned out so pretty. I don't know how I could stencil that without doing rainbow. I have a little bit of shimmer I spotted over the top just to really make it a special background, and then I can start creating my scene. Now I wanted to really draw the eye into the center of the card and help this feel a little bit more like a sky. So I went around the edge with a soft blue ink of Sea Breeze, and that really gave it that nice look that I was going for. Okay, once that's done, I wanted to have some gold pieces on the bottom of my card. So I'm using this letter O from this 4-bar envelope die set. And the center of the O looks like that, which I thought could look very much like coins, but kind of on their side. So I'm gonna go for it. I put my gnome down with some foam squares first, so then I could figure out where I'd want all those gold pieces to go. Now I die cut this out a bunch of times just so I could get those center fallout pieces that look like coins, and I'm just gluing them along the bottom, and it just helps ground the image a little bit more to have those there and stack them up and have them just like look like they randomly fell out of the pot, and I just think it adds to the scene so much. So we'll get those added, and that's kind of the special thing on this card, but I wanted to add even more embellishment, and the idea was coming to me as I'm stamping out this sentiment. So you'll see what I did in just a second, but the sentiment is a little bit special also because I'm going to emboss it with gold powder, and that is going to tie in that feel of gold on this card. And it says Happy St. Patrick's Day. I love that that sentiment is in this particular stamp set. So there is a die to die cut this out, and it bubble cuts it so beautifully. And I love that we have a long skinny saying with this set. That I just use that style of sentiment so much. I really like it. So that goes right at the top. I'm adding this to my A7 size card, which is 5 by 7, and I have that nice white border all the way around. I love that look. And now I am bringing in my jelly hearts. So I have these in like every color of the rainbow, so I thought I would glue some hearts onto my clover heart in rainbow colors. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. And you can see they have them in every color. Now, even if the orange doesn't exactly match the orange ink on my paper, there's a little bit of translucency to these, so when you glue them down, it's going to pick up some of the color in the background, which is just perfect. So I'm going to use them in every single color, and I think it's just a really fun addition. I like it's kind of subtle because I'm gluing them right over the top of something that the same color, and yet it's just a really striking embellishment for this card. So there's the blue I'm adding, and I even found room to sneak in some purple hearts as well, even though my clover heart doesn't have any purple in it. So I'm adding the purple ones so they're coming off the end of the heart, and I also added one more red heart at the top that's off of the heart. So it kind of pulled that whole cascading heart rainbow in with having one off at the top and 2 off at the bottom. So there we go. There's my finished card. I think it turned out so cute. I know I had so much fun coloring up this gnome. He is darling, and we have all the St. Patrick's Day things still available at the Trinity Stamps shop, so go over and check that out. Plus we have our new release full of Easter things, so lots of fun spring related holidays to create for. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe, and you can also find us on Facebook and Instagram too. We'll see you all very soon on the next video. Bye!